Alright, hello and welcome everybody to another Flight Sim fan video. We're here with my good friend Striker, who's in the club at 16 AGR, who's actually mainly DCS, but he flies 777 in real life, so I took the opportunity to see if he'd help me with how they start 777 in real life properly. I've just been doing it the way I think it's right, but we'll see how they actually do it. We've actually already started, but what we've done is I just went to the turnaround state long in the FMC, and we've selected the battery on, ground power, and we have the the atis on. We've turned our recirc fans off and our left pack and right pack off. Recirc and left pack, or
Perfect.
recirc and pack stay off together. All right, so we can continue. I'll go back to the engine page.
Yep. Okay, yep. We come back. Um, Engines. Check the oil quantity. Make sure it's above 20. And then you come back to the comms page. We reset everything in the manager. Yep, manager. And then you'll see a reset button once you hit the manager. And
Yeah,
that
don't think it
resets
works.
everything. And then we go to flight information. That's where we print out the atis. And then while the atis is printing, you go to the company and we set the company comms. It's just our ID, who's flying and who's not.
Okay, yeah. So I guess there's not really a need for that here because I've,
No, no,
yeah,
no. Okay.
that's probably why they
So
didn't model it.
so at this stage, the other guy is probably out there doing his walk around.
This guy? Oh, damn it, it stopped.
That guy.
Stop doing that. It keeps going back. There we go.
So, hey, wow, that is cool. He's doing a walk around.
Takes a while. Oh, see, it keeps going back to the cockpit, but it does take a while. He can walk around.
All right. So now let's go to the FMC as a PF. That will be your next thing.
Left or right? Or doesn't matter?
Right. I'm just used to the right.
Okay, no worries.
So push the FMC button. All right.
My Navetta might be a little out of date, but
A
I'm not
little
paying.
bit.
I'm not paying for that.
2017.
I don't want to pay $8 a month.
So we want to be on the ident page, which is usually the first page, right?
Right.
Which is good. You see the airplane model and make sure you have the right engines. Oh, they're 115,000 pounds of thrust. By
Wow.
the way, I forgot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Not 110, 115. All right. And then, of course, you make sure that you have the active nav data.
We do.
The other day, Windy forgot to update it, so when we landed, it said nav out of date. Actually, he did the right thing. We were gonna be landing when it expired, so
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. And then again, now we just go from 6 right all the way down until you finish. So you push 6 right, pause in it.
Okay. Can I ask what drag FF is?
Yeah, you can. You can. On our flight plan, it shows us the drag and fuel flow for each airplane.
Okay.
So it's on top of the flight plan.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So they'd give you that. And you just plug that in there, I guess, or something.
If you want to put something in there, we can. So first type ARM, A-R-M, A-R-M, and then put it in the 5 right. Yep. Okay. Now plus
Oop.
plus point
Yeah.
one.
My keyboard doesn't work. Plus.
Oh, that's there we go.
Point
Point
one.
one slash minus 0.2. And you put it there again. Yep.
Sweet.
And that's it. Yep. You don't have to do anything. The arm will go away once you get to the next page.
Okay. So we hold a pause in it.
Pause in it. Okay. So where are we? Toronto?
Oh, we're at Denver, but we're in Air Canada.
Denver.
Don't worry
Okay.
about it.
Okay. Now you put KDEN to the airport reference. And then we usually have gates, but they're slowly taking the gates out because nav data, the memory is getting full, so they're
Right.
taking them out. So you don't need it. What our policy was is you put the gate in there, and then you check the gate coordinates against the one in the Jefferson.
Okay.
If the gate coordinates are exactly what it is in the Jefferson, you move that into the set and net position.
Oh, okay.
If you don't have it, like right now, let's say we don't have the gate, we use GPS position.
So you go to the next page, or you take this one here?
No, you take it right there. Yep. Select it and put it in there. There we go.
Cool,
And
cool.
then 6 right.
And I have it on
Yep.
fast line because I don't want to wait so they're done.
Yeah.
Because it's about like what, 7 minutes usually, or something like that.
It's done. Yep. Exactly. 7 minutes. You start seeing it count down after I think 3 minutes.
Okay.
That's when you'll see it up there.
Up
in
here,
the,
right?
Yep. Perfect. Yeah. In the ND.
Yeah, like I installed it. The first thing I did was I turned the IRS timer off, just instant.
Okay. So now you put the origin destination. All right.
Yep. I think I actually have a flight plan, so I'm gonna go to request. Oh, did I? Oh no, I have it for the A320. Okay, so yeah, I'll have to make up a. Let's see if I have one already from Denver. Oh, look at that, I do.
Oh, there it
Perfect,
is.
thank goodness. That's the one I was gonna do. Might be a little out of date, but it might still work.
2017.
It'll get us there.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just pull up ForeFlight. And do the request sent. I guess it looks like this. Then they simulate. You get a little ping, and they simulate that the dispatcher came back to you, and you can hit load, and it'll
Yep.
load up all the
Load.
information.
Yep.
So that's exactly what you
So
guys do. You just request the route, and it comes back for you.
what we do is on our flight plan, there's a flight number. There's a company route on there,
Oh, okay.
right?
So just, you type it in
And
here.
so, yeah, so we put the flight number and then the company route.
Okay.
That's usually the Asia trips. It's all in the database. But on a long haul, most of the time we request. So you just put in the origin, destination, and then you hit route request.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
That's cool.
of course we had already set up the company comms and everything, so that's how the system
Works.
actually fetches for that information.
Oh, okay. I was wondering about that. How does it just know? So you do that in the comms page
In the
up here.
comms.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in the company comms.
That makes sense.
So now we activate and execute. Yep.
Cool.
And then again, 6 right. 6 right is your best friend right now. So initially, all we do here is we put in the reserves. All right.
Okay. I think it auto did it for me.
Yeah, right. And then the cruise altitude.
I can actually reject it. Wait. Yep. There we go.
You go.
So
Put something in there.
let's say well, I don't even know how much fuel I have. I have 320,000.
My God, that's a lot of fuel.
That's a lot. Let me go quickly.
There you go.
Oh look, we have that much fuel now. So Minneapolis flight's what, about 2 hours? So what would you think a reserve from 60,000 be? I think about what, 5,000?
Oh, I mean, God.
Roughly
Put 10,000.
10,000.
Yeah.
That'd just be 100, or that'd be 10?
You know, I'm used to kilos. So
Oh,
let
right.
me see.
Yeah, we
So
gotta.
that would be 12,000 pounds, roughly 13,000 pounds. So, put, oh, yeah, it is in pounds.
Yeah, this is all in pounds.
60,000 pounds. Yeah. So it's 10.0.
10.0. Okay.
Yep. Should be 10.0.
There we go.
There we go. Let's say 330.
On the cruise.
Mm-hmm. And we use cost index 50.
Wow.
Gas is expensive.
Yeah.
All right. So that's all we do in on that page.
Can I ask if this works the way it does? It knows its weight apparently. If I click this, it gives me the 0 fuel weight.
Yeah.
It does that?
We know.
Okay.
It doesn't do that.
Okay.
No. No. What it does is once we get the load sheet,
Right. You plug in.
we put in the 0 fuel weight, and there's actually a sensor on the nose wheel that kind of simulates the weight that we have in there.
Okay,
Right.
so it kind of assesses it.
Yeah, so it looks at it because that's what actually sets the trim for you. That's what gives you the trim setting. But it also looks at the weight and see if it's within parameters of what the airplane thinks the weight is.
Okay.
If it is, it won't give you any message. But I forgot the exact amount that it will give you a message and say, hey, buddy, you need to look at that weight. So it's idiot proof, basically.
Right.
Yeah. So at this stage, we go to thrust limit.
Thrust limit.
Again, thrust limit, we don't do anything at this stage. We just look to make sure the D rates are 10% and 20%. Some companies use different things. So
Okay.
my company is 10%, 20%.
That's 20% derated from max, I'd imagine, right? Or is it just...
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So
From max.
so 20% minus this, and then
That.
that'd be your...
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And we go to takeoff. Okay. In takeoff, we make sure we have the reference speed selected on.
Yep.
And we actually don't use the FMC speeds. We use
okay.
what's printed out. We actually get a we call it RTOW. It's a takeoff performance, and that's where we use the speeds. That's where we get all the speeds.
Let's try it. RTOW, and we'll put it right here in V1. I'm joking.
No.
I'm joking.
So here we just in the pre-flight portion, we're just making sure that the reference speed is on. That's
okay.
it.
That's what you're doing for pre-flight.
Yeah. Yep. And because normally when you start up, it's off on the real airplane. It's
Is
off.
it? Okay.
Yeah. So you just push it, and it goes to on, and then go to the next page.
Next page.
Yep. So here, we most of the time, our company, we use engine out is usually 1,000 feet, unless it's stated. Like when Hong Kong 7 right, because of we have an obstacle there. The engine out for 7 right in Hong Kong is actually 1,400 feet. So at that time, we'll put 1,400 feet, and the normal acceleration height is 1,000 feet for us everywhere you go. Yeah, it's 1,000 feet.
That changes there too as well?
Yep.
Do you know why there's two?
Say again?
There's two of them? There's this ED?
Yeah, that's the engine out.
Oh, okay. I thought it was...
Height.
Okay, I thought Eagle Dynamics had their... I thought it was an ED for a second.
No.
They had their hand in the FMC. That part doesn't work.
That's the engine out acceleration height, and then the normal acceleration height is the 2R.
Okay.
And then thrust reduction, that's when the engine will go into climb thrust.
Okay.
And every company kind of determines what they
like. Okay.
Yeah, how the engines actually go into climb thrust. Like we're looking at right now a company that has selected 1,500 feet.
Right. Is that the AGL?
Yep.
Okay. Because that'd be kind of complicated when you're...
No. Actually, that should be MSL.
Oh, is it? Okay, so I got to be at 6.5 then.
Yeah. Yep.
Actually, I don't think the altimeter is set, so we'll just estimate.
No. That's AGL. I'm sorry. No.
It is AGL. Okay.
That is AGL, because it just adds 1,500 feet to where you are.
Okay.
So it is AGL.
And the radar altimeter would just, I guess.
Yep.
Pick it up.